Hi everyone, I'm Jim Clark, Assistant Sports Information Director at Cedarville University. Always an exciting time of year in November. I'm talking today to preview the 2011-2012 Lady Jacket basketball season at Cedarville. And I'm talking with Coach Kirk Martin in his 11th year with the program. And Coach, I know you're excited to get it going. What are some of your thoughts here as we begin?
Here we go, I guess. I guess we are taking a look at the unknown. We've got 11 freshmen and sophomores and a couple seniors, and we start right off, jumping right into it with Walsh and Roberts Wesleyan this weekend. And you know, when you have a young team, you don't know what to expect, but I'm positive we're going to give a good effort, and I think we've got an outstanding shot at being really, really good.
Well, as you reflect on last year, because basketball goes in cycles. Losing three 1,000-point scores, the all-time leading rebounder, a 24-10 year Elite Eight in NAI Division II, and then to come back and a lot of newcomers, a young team. What is the biggest challenge?
I think defining roles. We've been very fortunate that the last 2 years we've had really good, solid recruiting classes, and trying to figure out. We've been in search of a rebounder all preseason here, and I think that needs to take care of itself quickly. But just defining roles, understanding what is needed out of each and every one of them, and then as coaching staff to get out of each player the most that we possibly can.
As you look at the schedule for 2011-12, 26 games, 22 against NCAA Division II opponents. So you combine that with the young team,
Yeah.
got to be a challenge.
I'm really proud of the fact that we did put together the 22 games, which is a D2 requirement, and it's going to be interesting. I was just taking a look at the fact that the top three teams from the GLIAC South, we've got them. We've got Rollins down in Florida. We open up with Walsh. Very difficult schedule, but it's going to be a year of growth. But like I said, if the pieces come together quickly, we have the opportunity to be a really, really good, deep basketball team.
Let's just talk specifically. You have two of your top five scorers returning, Kara Caton, Kayla Jenneret, a senior and a sophomore. What do they bring to the table this year?
Well, Kara has a huge weight on her shoulders that she's got to provide not only on the floor skill, but on the floor leadership to keep the rest of them calm. And I think she's up for that. I think she's looking forward to the leadership responsibility there. Kayla, freshman of the year in the conference, just continued growth. Nobody can move the ball up and down the floor as quickly as she can, and those two are key to us. But there are 11 others that really can step in and provide some level of not only play but leadership.
Well, let's just talk a little bit more about these 11 freshmen and sophomores. What are some names, what are some players that you expect great things from, not only maybe at the beginning but throughout the season, their potential?
Well, and you're going to just think this is a political sandbag here, but after 3 weeks of practice, basically we're not sure just who's going to play a majority of the time and who isn't, because it's been extremely competitive, and I think I would like to single out Casey Brittingham just from the fact that I like to use this concept, and that is she's a first round draft choice that we got in the second round, and I think there are others that are ready to step up just like she is. It's every day they come to practice and they know they're going to be challenged. Some days it's the blue team that I think are my starters that look good, and other days it's the yellow team, which are supposed to be the backups. So I think before we start going with individual names about play, they got to prove it starting this Friday.
I think I know you pretty well. One of the most interesting and exciting parts of being a coach is putting all the pieces of the puzzle together.
Yeah.
And you start at the very beginning and you work through the season. And this is going to be a very challenging year, as you said, but an exciting one.
Oh, and I love to tinker. And matter of fact, we just made a position switch with two players last night. So, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully we can tinker the right way. I've got great assistants that help me process through that kind of stuff. But, there's going to be times that we watch them play and we think they've arrived, and then we're going to have the next game and we're going to go, what just happened? But we've had two scrimmages. We played better than our expectations in one, and we played worse than our expectations in the other. And that may be the scenario. I hope not after Christmas, but maybe before Christmas.
And just one more comment about the schedule, just two home games before January. That's got to be just an interesting aspect of that.
Well, when you're an independent and you're Division II and you don't have the allegiances with known coaches, and your program has been reasonably successful. There's not a lot of teams that want to come in here and play, and especially D2 teams that have something at stake. And it is what it is. Though I will say, we only have 2 games before Christmas, but we've got 1 game at Wilberforce and 2 games at Central State. So in a way, we have 5 games before Christmas that a Cedarville fan can come watch.
Very good. Well, we wish you well. It should be an exciting year of Lady Jacket basketball. It tips off this weekend at Walsh University at 8 o'clock against the Cavaliers, and then on Saturday at 12 noon against Roberts Wesleyan. First home game scheduled for November 19th against Hillsdale.
Bring it on, and here we go.
I'm Jim Clark. This is Kirk Martin, Lady Jacket head coach in his 11th season. We appreciate you watching this special edition of Yellow Jacket Insider.